Papa. Bum, bum, bum. Hello, guys. Sorry about yesterday. I had some personal stuff I had to do too, but today we're back with some Azula, Brew, and Brawl. If you don't know, Firelord Azula. No, come back. Where'd you go? Hey guys, we're here with a Brawl Brew focused around Firelord Azula. New card from Avatar: The Last Airbender set. Whenever you cast a spell while this card is attacking, copy that spell and may choose new targets for that copy. There's two ways to play this deck. One, you could play a control shell, trying to get some splash, trying to get flash advantage, or you're doing what we're doing today. We're going to combo with Storm during combat. So, to start us off, we have the delicious Mox Amber try to get us some more mana when our commander's out. An offer you can't refuse, counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. We're going to be doing this to protect our commander. Brainstorm, so we can draw some cards. Trick Serenade, another way to protect our commander or get rid of target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell that's going to be a problem. 3 steps ahead is a way we can draw some cards and also counter some spells. Wash Away is the best counter magic in Brawl. 1 mana, deal with your commander. Also to protect our commander. Dark Ritual, so we can ramp out our commander much faster. We have IOK or we have Inquisition of Kozilek and Thoughtseize to protect our commander and see what our opponent's doing. Lightning Bolt, so more extra damage during combat. Ragavan's one of the best 1-drop red cards. There's no question why it's here. Redirect Lightning, this was just printed. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target, so it's a way we can protect our commander, or it's a way that we can mess with our opponent's game plan. We're playing Born Upon the Wind. You may cast spells as turn those they have flash and draw a card, so this is a great way that we can start enacting the combo mid-combat. Cyclonic Rift is just a solid blue card. It wins games when you overload it and bounce your opponent's entire board. Snapcaster with Mage is a great way to flash everything back. Narset's Reversal, copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. This is a great spell because not only do we get the copy back into the original back into our hand, but we get to copy that spell and keep comboing off. Bulk Up is a cheeky way to just win on the spot with Bulk Up attacking with Azula, and as long as we have enough mana, we can set up for 64 damage from Azula in one turn by just copying it more than once. Pyre is a great way to just 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or restart looting. Demand Answer is the same thing. This is a way we can start looting during our combat. Firebender Ascension created 2/2 soldier, but it's more, this has 4 more quest counters on it. May copy that a spell or ability, so it's a way we get more mana with firebending. Firebending Student's another way we can get more firebending during combat. Fists of Flame, draw a card until in turn target creature gains trample and gets +1/+0 for each card you draw on this turn. Another way we can win during combat. Grape Shot is one of our many storm spells that we can go off during combat. Row, instant sorcery spells cost instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's kind of what he's in here for. And we can flip Row in 1 turn to exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may cast instant sorceries from among this without paying their mana cost. The last Agnikai, target creature control fights another target creature. This creature the opponent controls is dealt damage this way. Add that much red until in the turn you don't lose unspent red mana as phase ends. It's a great way to just keep ramping and deal with a problematic creature like a mana dork. Real Possibility is another great discard during combat. Untimely Malfunction, destroy target artifact. Change the target a spell or ability, or 1 or 2 creatures can't block this turn, so we can get our commander through with damage. This is really good multi-faceted tool that we can do combat tricks in. We're playing Zuko. First Strike, Firebending X, where X the number of experience counters you have. Whenever you cast a spell during combat, you get experience counter. So with Zuko trigger on the stack, we can add a bunch of spells during combat and then get extra firebending triggers. We have a lot of signets and talismans, so we can ramp out our planeswalker on turn 3 consistently. We got a mentor here to make our spells cheaper. We got Lightning Greaves and Swift Foot Boots, a way that we can attack with our commander the turn that we play her and protector. Mr. Washington himself, he's just a strong card. We can put a lot of X-Man into him. to draw a bunch of cards, or a way we can just make a beater if we're not comboing off to just turn the corner. We have Crackle with Power, a way we can dump all of our mana that can get copied during combat to kill our opponent. And Electro Dominance, it deals X damage to any target. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So another way, if we're ramping, that we can get out free spells. Frenetic Search is a great spell to copy. This way we can tap draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, but untap up to 3 lands is super important when you're able to copy this spell and play it multiple times in one turn, that we can get our ramp game going. Valley Flood Caller, it's here for flash, and the main reason we're playing this is you can cast non-creature spells as though they have flash. Urgi, whenever you cast a spell, add red until end of turn you don't lose mana as steps and phases end. And same with Bio, same concept, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Dualcaster Mage is a great way we can copy spells. When you cast any spell with Firelord Azula during combat, you get a copy. So Dualcaster Mage, if we cast to target something to copy it, we actually get 2 Dualcaster Mages to copy a spell twice. Vivi is in here for the ping. Not very often we're going to add mana in any combination where it's power. It's more when you cast a non-creature spell, put 1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. We're more using this effect to ping during combat. High Fade Trickster, or 4-drop flash flying. You may play spells as though they had flash, which is really important. We have Leyline Anticipation, same idea, we can cast spells as though they have flash. Tendrils in Agony, another storm that we hopefully can cast during combat to get other triggers. Big Score, instant speed, a way to draw 2 cards and create 2 treasures. Stormkin is whenever you cast it or copy an instant source spell, created treasure, so it's another way we can storm off and generate more mana during combat. Ashland's the same, you don't lose unspent mana as steps and phases end. You cast or copy an instant sorcery, you discard and then draw a card. Second time, you do 2 damage each opponent in each creature, and if it's the third time, you get to add 4 red mana, which is pretty easy to do when we're comboing off. Unexpected Windfall is just another instant speed, draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Waterlog's teaching you can search for any instant or flash card in your deck, or it comes out as a land. Most likely we're going to find our combo pieces during combat. The One Ring is just a solid card. It prevents you from dying for 1 turn, lets you set up, lets you draw cards. It's just an easy include here when you're trying to combo off. Sozen Comment. It's each creature you control gains Firebending 5 until end of turn, and then you can foretell this for 3 mana, so you can hold this up for another turn. We have more than 1 creature, we can have more mana during combat, and we kind of just go off. Invoke Calamity. I think people forget about this card too often. You may cast up to 2 instant or sorcery spells with total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard and or hand without paying their mana costs. Additionally, this gets copied with Firelord Azula, so we can cast spells from our hand for free, put them in the graveyard, and then invoke Calamity, being able to copy 4, 6, maybe 8 spells in 1 turn. Azula is a fun pet card. It doesn't really go with combo, but it's a way we can kind of control the board. When it enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature, and they exile a non-land card from their graveyard, and then during your turn, we can play those cards. Then our top end, our last storm card, we have Mind's Desire. Shuffle your library, then exile the top card. Until end of turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. We're playing Ozai, a great way to turn the corner really fast. He has Trample, Haste, Firebending 4. And if you lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. And as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana, he's flying indestructible. And we have Expansion, Explosion, copy target instant sorcery spell, mana value 4 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. There's a lot of cards, and there's a lot of spells in the deck we want to copy. With Azula out, we get to copy things twice. And then Explosion, if we ever decide to use it, deals X damage to any target, a way to use all of our mana. Now that I think about it, I think I want to have... I think I want to have Dig Through Time. So we're going to test this out today. I'm going to remove Azula and play Dig Through Time. So Dig Through Time, look at the top 7 cards. Your library, put 2 of them in your hand, the rest at the bottom of your library in order. It is instant, so getting to look at the top 14 cards and taking 4 is a really big deal. We're going to get in some games today. Hopefully we can storm off on our opponent. One goes first. You can turn to Signet. Like we're playing against allies. If we do turn 1 Ragavan, we don't get a turn 3 Firelord Azula. Is that okay? Unsure if the ally deck can deal with a Ragavan, so playing Ragavan turn 1 is probably an answer. It does slow us down a little bit. If we do turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Signet, turn 3 Bergie is not a bad direction. Only downside allies going first is they have ways to block Ragavan early. We drew a land, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's see how my opponent likes to respond. And an Arcane Signet allowing us to attack. Okay. I'll take it. Finding a land off that. This way we can Signet using our treasure to Signet again and get our ramp going. It's really good. Fortunately, this hand doesn't do anything with Azula. It might be worth it to cast our storm cards. Qatar is really scary. Let's find something to do off the Surveil. That seems okay. You can play Aang now with Qatar out if they find a land. Get 2 triggers. Maybe they whiff, probably not. The halfling plan, okay. And Metamorphosis. Being Signet. Seems okay. We can play Bergie. Start getting some spells during combat. You're holding priority for. Get attack trigger and see what we do. So during combat, before anything happens, I'm going to cast Brainstorm. Getting a copy. Full control here. I don't think I want Mox, nor I want Gloomverge, so let's put those 2 back. Doesn't matter what order. Attack our Strand mid-combat. Get an untapped land. Have more blue mana. See what the second Brainstorm does. These 2 back. And Waterlog Teaching. Up our Watery Grave. Going to go find some more spells. Holding up Strix's Serenade if we need it. I think it's getting snuffed out here so we can kill 2 of their creatures. Which Strix's Serenade doesn't protect us against full removal here. Or protection their own creatures. I think our first response has to be a frantic search. And then let's get a snuff out with this one. Did I not put snuff out in here? Need to put snuff out in this deck. Sorry, opponent. I took too long, but I was trying to combo you. Storm is not easy. He just got impatient. Do I want snuff out is the real question. Let's think about it for a second. What would I take out instead of snuff out? It's going against the combo, though. I guess we could take Strix's Serenade out instead. Because we want to be able to negate non-creature spells, right? What do you guys think? Snuff out. If you control swamp, you may pay 4 life rather than pay its mana cost to destroy target non-black creature. Can't be regenerated. We can take out Firebending Student. Try that. My least favorite card right now. First, I don't think this... My opponent's playing Hebai, so they're playing Shrines. I don't know if they're doing a ramp version or a bounce version. So this hand doesn't really do anything. That's a Ragavan turn 1. That's not bad. Has no version of ramp, unfortunately. But if Ragavan hits, then it doesn't matter. Hopefully they don't play a 2-drop and Ragavan can get in. Ramping, next turn they can play their commander. You put on top, Ragavan's going to take it. So let's see what we take. Take a land. If we don't use our treasure this turn, we can Firelord Azula next turn. Let's just do that. And then after that, we can play Burgi, search during combat. Not another land. That's the turn. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Do not board wipe me, please. let's see what shrine that they get. Potent's Reach. Looks like I'm going to discard one card on their turn. Let's play out our Burgie. And let's have fun. Full control. And with this, we're going to Frantic Search, copying that. Get some triggers. Fixer Serenade is pretty good here. We can discard the lands. Untap these 3 lands before this next search goes off. And float some mana. Draw 2 more cards. Ooh, Mind's Desire. Right now, Mind's Desire for 2. Is that worth it? Probably not. So let's go fetching away. Get an untapped land. Copy Dig Through Time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can get 2 Dig Through Times. You're 1 blue. It's floating 1 blue, okay. We'll look at the top 14 cards, my friend. Metamorphose in the format, that might be a really good one to play. Can I just kill my opponent here? Probably. I think I can. I don't care what order this goes in. Expansion just kills my opponent straight out. Right. So we can bulk up, target you. Paying 1. And let's target bulk up. Target bulk up. Goes to 8, goes to 16. Get some more mana. Bulk up. And then we bulk up again. And then we have our trample spell in our deck. One plus 0 gets +5, gets +5. And trample. And we can do insult to injury, I guess. Now we can get snuff out. Now we're just flexing for no reason. My opponent is dead. Our opponent's dead. Sweet. 77 damage, Azula. Getcha. All during combat. That's so sick. One goes first. We got our monkey again. Sure. Really like this new art with Arcane Signet. I know it's cheeky and cute and avatar style. I don't care. Wizards, take my money. Having Fanatic Search in our hit for Azula is probably one of my favorite things to do right now. Dragon Rage Chandler. So our Ragavan will probably not live, but I'm going to play it anyways. Our Verge is getting all of our mana on turn 2 into our Signet. Ending my Ragavan. Okay. They overpaid for that, but it's okay. Got our Signet out. Now here's my concern, since they're probably a removal deck. Putting out my Firelord Azula is just going to have it removed, so that might not be the best. So maybe we should just hold up Windfall. Or yeah, we're just gonna hold up. We will just hold up our Windfall here. We can Narset's removal any form of interaction, and hopefully they cannot replay it. Gonna take some damage here and then get to draw some cards. Ouchie. Would you like to take 1 damage and draw a card? They say yes. End of turn, we're just going to Windfall, pitching Demand Answers, because I want to keep Frantic Search in the land. Snuff Out is really good. So we can hold up our Reversal and have Snuff Out up. Could have been reason to pitch the Vista, expecting to draw land and keep up demand answers so we can still draw during our opponent's turn. Snuff Out cannot kill Baleful Strix, unfortunately. What I could do, if I find a Lightning Bolt, I can reversal, get more Lightning Bolts out. Out. No blocks. Find a way to deal with his Baleful Strix. I think we're golden. Not a bad draw. I do not play this deck to not go for it, so let's go for it. Full control. So I'm going to Firebend before they get to block, using our land mana because they get to untap Fanatic Search. Lands okay here. So let's Narset reversal this back to our hand. Get some more copies of it. I need to put more spells on this deck for that. Artifact it is. That's really nice. The flash it does not, so let's pitch these two. I messed up there. I thought I had one more lands. Go. I messed up with the Narset reversal, so tell me how I did in the comments, please. At this point, we can just go to damage and save some more combos for next turn and see what we draw. We can protect ourselves a little bit. I wish I could bounce this back to my hand. And we'll hold up some spells. Take 7. Or take 5, excuse me. Haven't seen the new cabbage, you should check out my new short where you can get this cabbage for free. You play with your cabbage yourself. goodness. Whatever keeps Azula alive. Cards in graveyard. 9, okay. Drawing a dig through time would be fantastic. Psychic Frog, yeah. Pretty good card. So I'm gonna go to combat again. Get some fire bending. And while I still have priority, untap some lands. I want to keep Prismatic Vista in case we find Brainstorm, and I want to pitch Signet to search. Protection for me. And then 3. Black. Both 3 mana, so we get to ramp. Those 2 cards don't really do anything. And we are out of gas. They would like to block and kill my Azula, because they can pitch a bunch of cards to Frog. Could have been a reason to keep Ral instead of Offer, so we can play Ral next turn. The downside of Snuff Out, it's really good, but it just can't kill a Frog. And a Tithe. That's what they were holding up for 1 white. Oh, they were control dot deck. Okay. Now, I want to save my treasures as much as possible. I'm going to go find me a basic and play with my commander. See if they have counter spell for me. Nope. We can still keep up our offer, protect our commander. And we can take out Brazen Borrower and it goes to the graveyard. Because we're countering the adventure half. But we are pretty empty-handed here. Best draw would probably be Dig Through Time. I guess Cyclonic Rift could bounce their entire board and we get 1 extra turn to live, but I don't know if that's worth it. I'd like to get some card draw effect. So they are getting in Frog, okay. Keeping it flying. 7. Next turn we are dead to this frog, no matter what. So I hope we draw something. Okay, that's not drawing something. On to the next game. The downside to having too much interaction and not enough spells for comboing. I go first. Never mind, I don't go first. They're scared of Fire Lord Azula. Mona goes first. Don't really do much. And Tatiova is going to get our ramp going. I don't think we can ramp fast enough. So let's try a different hand. Okay. Down on turn 1 seems pretty good. We should play our Misty Rainforest. Go find our blue-black Surveil land. Hope I don't get stifled. Oh, thank goodness. Another Signet's fine. And just keep on ramping. In case they counter the first one here, I'd rather them counter this one than Arcane Signet. Let's pass. Unfortunately, not playing Arcane Signet, we can't redirect lightning, so that might be a mistake here. We'll find out. Number 1. I think because that comes in play tap, I'm going to play our Signet instead of these spells and keep up redirect lightning. More expansion. I could copy their spells with expansion too. In case you want to ramp or something. Path. Copy this. And get my own ramp going. Thank you, opponent. Now I can play Azula and hold up Stormkid and redirect lightning. If not, we can waterlog Teen Cheeks next turn. Waterlog Teachings for some value. They have a way to bounce Fire Lord Azula. This would be a mistake because I tapped out for redirect lightning. Yep. is pretty good here. So we can Azula. Stormkin holding up redirect. And pass the turn. Might have been a reason to go get Washington here, knowing that they would probably search their library. And Washington would be drawing cards right now. But I think this dig through time is going to help us get across the corner pretty quickly. What's that doing? I not. Oh, because it's 2 actions? That's really frustrating. Okay. Got it, bud. Take 3. Can we replay our commander? It doesn't... okay. Sure. Sure, because Redirect Lightning isn't... because the spell itself is not 4 greater, so it can't copy itself. That's a punt. A bit frustrating, but, you know. Knowing that would happen, I should have played High Paid Trickster, or just Dig Through Time, and now we're pretty far behind, because Tatiova gets to do their thing. What a punt. Washington would have drawn 2 cards at this point. The real punt was tapping down for into the Floodmaw instead of just not being greedy with tapping out. This is ramp, and then end of turn we could mist to High Fake Trickster. Unfortunately, my opponent just drew 7 cards that turn and gets to do whatever they want. Pretty far behind on board. Caught me for hand, that's interesting. Altioba has been in for quite a few cards now, and I think we are just maybe can squeak by. Let's see if my opponent taps out or not. You want to fight my Stormkin? Draw. You just pass. Like to search for. Great hoof, sure. Try to kill me with the hoof. And hopefully they tap down. The Cyclonic Rift can maybe get us back into this game. Lands. Is there additional land? There's their hoof. Picking up our treasure. Bounce everything back to the hand and tempo them pretty hard. Unfortunately, you're short one for High Fae Trickster. But next turn we can Snapcaster Mage, Cyclonic Rift anyways. Try to dump their hand a little bit to get back on board. Luckily, the Reliquary Tower didn't make them discard at all, so they didn't have to discard down. See if they have the counterspell for this. Sure. Sure. What a learning lesson that game was. I have to have something else for it to target. I could have sworn, I don't know if is it just not coded that way? Someone needs to tell me, because I've been out of Magic for a while, but to my understanding, if you copied a counter spell, you can make the counter spell, because it's already on the stack, target itself, right? Or in those few instances, those spells couldn't target, I guess they couldn't target themselves, because that's a counter target creature spell? Or it should be able to do it anyway. Someone needs to tell me, please. Unfortunately, this doesn't have black, so we can't Dark Ritual. We're playing Sammy, so they're probably playing an Affinity Go Wide deck. Here. I think I just want to play my commander. I'm going to search for a swamp. Oh, right, it comes into play tapped. Yep. I was thinking it was the other land. It's a human, and if they have a second piece of interaction, we're sad. If not, then we kind of get to go off. I assume because they killed our token, they're going to have another form of removal. Oh. Okay. Well, we get to do our thing, I guess. So let's Windfall. Pitching this. And we can copy that spell. Copy that spell, draw 8, make 8 treasures. Those cards would have been nice to have in the field already. Narset's removal, bring this back to hand. Because it's not going to do it here. And then keep going off to find our combos, and my opponent kind of sees what happened. So the difference there is I probably should have put the ritual on the stack, so the copy of Narset's Reversal would have put the ritual back into my hand. That's something I need to be better at. But our opponent sees what's going to go happen. Sees what's happening. One goes first. Make this hand do it. So, ooh, this hand looks better. This Fairline's pretty good. Turn 1. Goddess Storms. They're probably a combo deck, or they are Ragavan what we want? No, I think it's too late for Ragavan. So they're a combo deck or a control deck. So I definitely want to play Lightning Greaves first. Protect Firelord Azula. Like they are counter deck. Let's see if they counter our Signet. Yep. Let's see if they counter our next Signet. If they do not, then we're going to play Lightning Greaves. I'd like to counter this one too. Okay. So they're pure control. In your hand, opponent. Not gonna pay for that. We probably have nothing else to do, so I'm gonna play a VV. Sure. If I would pay 3, I would have gotten their remand. I guess it might have been worth it to pay 3. But they would have remanded it anyway, so there's the Goddess Storms. There's a VV. Here's a Lightning Greaves. Attack. Here's their counter magic. Counter dot deck, I see. If they do anything to VV. Let's force them to use their counter magic. Maybe missing 1 point of damage is a problem here, but counter dot deck. That would have been really bad for us. 3-step. Archmage's Charm. Sure. I have no reason to cast anything else the rest of the game. Wow. Sure. You got it. They're just pure counter dot deck, and now we lost our Greaves, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to lose to the overwhelming card advantage of my opponent. Doing counter dot deck. They have a bounce spell. There's nothing we can do about this. I'm going to play it and force them to bounce it. And maybe this is our chance for them to go shields down. Finally, they finally drew something that wasn't a land. I like it. Now we're at 2.
Those who cannot perceive will hone your prowess.
They have Sure. You get everything you ever need. You got it, dude. Going for one with the pure counter deck is never going to win, but the luck of my opponent there. You get it. Note to self, I should have paid for the IOK. Now, I don't know if that would have been the difference in the game, but that would have been enough. Maybe change? I don't know. I go first. Sure. So if they play a mana dork, we can snuff it out. I'm just going to surveil to make sure we get our swamp. Or snuff out. Lightning Bolt's pretty good. I would like a land, but if they're playing mana dork stop deck, then this is not bad. And that's for us. Or just play our Firebender Ascension. I also didn't get blue, and that could be a mistake. I meant to get the other Surveil land. Hopefully it doesn't punish us. Punished. Let's just kill the mana dork now with our firebending mana. And play our swift boot. Well, they're mana dorks. I would like to draw a land, please. can't pay my alternate cost from the graveyard? Okay. Learning today. I could have sworn you could, but you know. Why we play these cards? To learn some interactions that I do not know about. I go first. We have our lands, we have anticipation, sure. First time we have anticipation in opening, I'm excited. Okay is not bad, it's not ramp though. We play a Mana Dork, we might just kill it. Oh, okay. And now we can IOK on their turn, see what they're working with. I don't think I care about counter magic with halfling, so I'm going to take their more upside card now. So I can also kill halfling. Now we can play our commander next turn. We can kill a Mana Dork if they decide to play the Mana Dork instead of the Ice Till, but they're probably going to play the Ice Till. Yep. And they can still play their Mana Dork. Ooh. Deciding not to play it, interesting choice. We're just gonna play our commander and pass. Only one card in the graveyard for dig through time is pretty bad. Sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards, and play additional land, okay. Chocobo Milled. Off to the races they go. Lands. It's over Myth Weaver, which is good for us. Force of Vigor, nice. That's helpful, and we still have Leyline up. There's their halfling. What did we draw? Oh, start bending some magic, I guess. This okay, I guess. Hopefully we get some spells. Summon Titan, okay. Fortunately, this is not a hand we can do anything with, so we'll just throw these away. Mind Desire for free. Get some triggers. Play our Burgie for free. It's gonna legend rule itself. It's okay. More artifacts at instant speed. Waterlong Teaching for free. Two spells do I want? I guess now we can get bulk up. The first one. And let's copy bulk up. Discarding our land. Draw some more cards. This is on the stack. We'll X's 2 to kill this, to get it out of our way. And we know there's nothing they can do about that. And bulk up again, and Azula will attack for lethal. It's like a puzzle. One goes first. Yeah, we have some ramp, we have some stuff. I have a Repellos though, so we need to figure out how to deal with Repellos. I think this hand is okay. We can Electro Dominance and kill stuff. Fortunately, we have to ramp for it. So they get one free turn to do 6 mana, which I'm scared of.
Strange and magnificent. magnificent world. Harness the elements.
I can do this for 2 mana to kill Raphaelos and play an Arcane Signet for free. And hopefully slow them down. Yo, Davis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Unkindness crew. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day today. Next turn... Oh, I should have gotten Mountain. I got the wrong fetch there. Crap. This next turn, that was... I guess we can VV into Swift Boots, but that's... Defiler's super scary. We could be dead. We might be dead, actually.
The land fights for us.
Now this is 1 to equip, so 4, 2, we're short by 1 mana. Yep. Oh well, especially with Emrakul on top. Ugh. Next game. We just needed to be on the play there, not on the draw, I think, and we might have had a better chance. Alright. A little Brewing. There's a few cards I think I might want to take out. Too bad we're not in green that we can ramp Azula out faster. But that's why we're playing so many Signets, because we want to get her down on turn 3 at least. Maybe I should have not been scared of Raphaelos and tried to kill it. I should have just played Azula. That might have been her best chance. But if they had to fight one of their last 2 cards, they had a fight spell, and our turn would have been over. I guess that doesn't really matter. We have to get on board. Maybe I should just jam there. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I don't think this hand is good enough, but they don't want to play against Firelord Azula, I guess. Scary card. I'll go first. We got some ramp. Yeah, I like it. We have to play this one first, because I'm not going to get a basic with Arid Mesa. Red, black. Let's get a Blood Crypt. Get a Talisman. Next turn we can play our commander. Hopefully it doesn't die, but they're playing a Shrine deck, so I doubt that they are... Doubt that they're playing anything that I'm going to be worried about. I could have killed some of their stuff here, but that probably isn't worth it. Down comes their commander, and they're going to find the top shrine of their deck. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Begin your upkeep, target opponent discard a card for each shrine you control. Okay. Now how are we going to do this? Discard a card. then that could just be nightclub. Sure. Not worried about that. And then we can wait one more turn to try to do something. If they swing with their commander, I think we're okay. They are flashed. A blink deck, okay. Fine, shenanigans. Oh, I meant to draw. Okay. Play it. Let me play it, please. Attacking with their commanders seems okay for me. Seems pretty good. Time to do the thing. Let's get some of these blockers out of my way and make some extra mana, shall we? Fatal push. Okay, let's throw possibility on the stack. What to do? Do I want to copy Thrill? Do I want to kill their commander? I can kill their commander and kill their shrines. Or 5. They need to draw land to... I think I want to just keep drawing. Find some answers here. Not bad. Find an untapped source. Counter the spell. Counter it again. Make 3 red mana. Let's just start destroying some artifacts, shall we? I wish I had more mana so we could Mind Desire for 6. That would have been really sweet. Unfortunately, we are out of mana this turn. That was a sick turn. I will discard these 2 cards. That's 3 shrines. I will take 5. Do not care. Start doing it. And if I demand answers, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we can do this. Discard a card. Draw 2. Ooh, Fist of Flames is really good. So if we invoke Calamity. Draw cards. You can also get mana with Last Agni. Fine with me. Cards. Just woke up. And now we can Mind's Desire in the stack. Do Fist of Flames first on Azula, and then we can oh, it's total of 6 mana. Okay. I'll have enough mana to do this. It's gonna make this thing unblockable. Fine. And that's still lethal by itself. I like it. This deck is sweet. What a great brew. Storming off during combat is kind of a fun thing to do. Oops, that was gross. Sorry, guys. I go first. It has our ramp. Here. I'm gonna play this first. Okay, well, a lot of things in my hand, my friend. I did not expect IOK coming from Avatar Aang, but here we are. See what's in your hand, friend. Oh. Okay. See ya. First thing Hylia. Damn, it doesn't. Can bolt anything, I guess? This mana does not bring up blue until I find a dual land. It's a problem. There. Okay. This will war, not the board. It might be wrong. Never mind, it wasn't wrong. This we need to get a blue-black land. I'm gonna get a surveil land here. Turn on our Verge. Piercing, that's fine. Granted, this way we can get 3 steps ahead, so maybe Signet was bad. Human. This is This is an avatar. This is a Azula Storm deck. You'll see in a second. If I get some spells. Probably not. I need some card draw. And pretty much all of our sources of what we can Cyclonic Rift. All this chaos. There's some avatar cards, yes, but this is not an avatar deck, no. Brawl Cyclonic Rift. I think we'll be okay. Solve that case. Oh, warning back, yeah. Tap out here. Okay. Hope they play their Ocelot before combat to try to push through lethal. Nice. Pride here. And they did play Pride. That's sweet. That's really good for us. If they use their energy. We want them to use their energy. Did. Cool. Just bounce everything. That was a really good turn, opponent. I'm not dead. I can bounce with Cyclonic Rift. And that was probably a really good draw. So now we get to maybe draw well. Let's find out. Ooh, that was kind of good. We get to copy this twice. Take Public Pride. Soul Warden. This can be for next turn. Draw 3. Then draw another 3. And our opponent gets up. I like it. Yeah, let me show you the deck real quick. This is what I brewed up. I wasn't streaming earlier in the week, I'm sorry, because my computer shit the fan. I was really sad about that. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Oh well. Yeah, so we're playing a Storm deck, so we're gonna go off during combat. I've been playing around with some version of some of our interaction spells. But we pretty much have some minor form of interaction with Rift, Offer, Strix, 3 steps ahead, Wash Away, and then we're trying to storm during combat. So we have ways to go off at instant speed with Valley Flood Caller, Born Upon the Wind, High Fey Trickster, Leyline Anticipation. This is Brawl. VV is not banned in Brawl. VV is banned in Standard. She has her nerfed version in Brawl where she has to tap for mana. I'm rarely ever going to tap her for mana. She's just an extra gimmick that I'm going to go off during combat, and she pings my opponent for 1. We had that in a game earlier. Honestly, I might cut her for something else. But I don't know what. What would be a good spell to have that also... I could put like Counterspell in, I guess. Is Metamorphose in this format? That card would be great. No, it's not. I could do Mox Opal since I'm playing so many Signets. I guess I could play Gandalf instead. How was that, Neuro? Another fun spell we can do. Guess I could play with like Gamble. Or Strike It Rich. Is Seething Song? Seething Song is in here. So I could play Seething Song, I could play Strike It Rich, or I can play Gamble. Which one would you like? Can I even play Gamble? I can. Gamble, search your library for a card and put that card in your hand. Discard a card at random and shuffle. Gamble might be cute, honestly. I might like that over Strike It Rich. Let's try it. Guy uses main deck against your precon? Well, that guy's an asshole. That's not fun at all. And he was probably like 3 times your power level. Fuck that guy. One goes first. We don't really have our colors here, but we finally get Zuko to try. I still don't think it's worth it. This is a little better. We have IOK first turn. See what my opponent's working with. Ooh. I have a fetch land for Brainstorm. Probably the best card to take. They have Arcane Proxy with Murata in their opening hand. That's dirty. There's their Aunt. I would like to draw some lands, please. The next turn they can put an Arcane Proxy and copy something with Murata, or they can copy my Wooded Foothills. That's a heck of a turn too. You got it. I mean, 5 counters on Murata already is insane. Got it. Like to draw a land. They probably have counter spells in their deck. Still, okay. Stand here and watch, I guess. Like to draw a land for an offer you can't refuse. Them playing Murata gets around our Lightning Greaves. I guess we can redirect Lightning it. Draw land, please. That's not a land. Doesn't say target, so redirect lightning does not work here. playing 40 lands. So one kind of just gets to do whatever they want. He's pretty good. Aren't we? Has a full hand because of that Mind's Eye. Rough. Also, you told the table was a precon and he still did that too. Well, that guy is still a dick. I'm sorry. That sucks because now we can't do anything with Strix's Serenade. Tap out, please. No, you don't want to tap out. Well, they probably had their counter in their hand, and I can't counter it because I didn't counter this. Yes. No, I need to redirect light. No! I didn't have full control. That's so frustrating. Sure, you got it. I was going to redirect lightning, making them counter our Strix's Serenade, but sure. They would have stopped it with Lover anyways. Missing land drops when they were puttering doing nothing really hurt. They were down to one card at one moment. So, I don't know. Record with this deck today. %? That's not bad. I go first. No ramp here. I haven't played with Flood Caller yet. That might be worth keeping it. Blood callers to non-creature spells have flash, because we're trying to kill them through combat. It's not about untapping and giving counters. It's so I can do stuff like Tendrils and Agony at instant speed. We can still have Redirect Lightning in case they want to play like Thoughtseize and we redirect them at them. We can go find the concede button. Okay. I don't understand, but okay. What goes first? We have ramp, snuff out, the VV deck. I'll keep it. For a land, that's fine. Kind of a lamb. Yes, sir, that's pretty good. So this I can find dual land. Player Signet. And if they play out VV, we can kill with snuff out. On before they can do anything else. Commander and hope our commander doesn't die. If our commander lives, then we get to go have fun. But it's probably going to die because I didn't leave up protection. Oh, memory. Cute. That's going to be one big professor. Okay. Full control mode. We're doing the thing. So we're gonna search first. That should be 3, right? Let's use all of our red. I don't want to gamble. I don't need Cavern. And then I can Windfall. Okay, our opponent doesn't want us to attack. Sure. I guess they don't want me to play with myself while across the table. So you see, what I want to show you the combo, Nero. I've done it several times today. They have a ley line. Oh, they have the ley line before us. We're in trouble. That's not fair. True, people want to get in the game quick. Pentad Prism. It's okay. You like to use both your mana to counter something. Drowner. Sure. I think I'm just gonna get a blue source here and just play Bio. They can tap it down with Drowner. I don't really care. Flash Azula, yeah. Alright, let's see if I die. Good luck, opponent. They make do drowners. They can look at our hand twice. Yep. Sure, you can drown her twice. Alright, pass the turn. If they do not remove our commander, then I think we're golden. If they're doing that, I think we're doing okay. So they're tapped out. And we can block now. Mox instant is amazing. Alright. Let's see if we can do it, shall we? Oh, we can definitely do it with that. Give me 1 second, chat. Time to focus. Full control. How many cards in graveyard? 6. I don't want to kill my guy, so I'm gonna let's do this first. And this is just gonna fizzle. That's okay. And we're gonna dig through time twice. Look at the top 14 cards, take 4 of them. Rift is decent. Maybe we'll take Tendrils. We're gonna take Crackle. Volkip is really good and Fist of Flames is really good. Okay. That's just lethal. One, two, three, four, 3, 6, so 2, 4, 6. Yep, that's lethal. Looking at 14 cards is pretty strong. You have a box of Avatar Play Boosters open. I think it's not going to get anything I want. Is it Egg Collectors or just a regular box? Sorry, I had to focus on the combo there. I apologize, Nero. I'm really bad at, like, hardcore Magic and looking at a chat, and I need to work on that. Granted, sometimes people just don't talk in my chat ever since I switched to fucking Magic the Gathering, so... I apologize. Maybe you could save it for some friends and you can just do like a draft. That might be fun. If you, I mean, what's the downside of opening it now though? If you just sell some of the cards you don't want away? I don't know. Tom goes first. Oh, we have Zuko. Haven't played with Zuko yet. Veil going on. Make sure. Blue black. Don't need that. Your net died? I'm sorry, welcome back. I guess I could have kept it for Zuko to get firebending. I don't know how I feel about Zuko in this deck, though. I was asking you if you had any plans for that, like booster or draft with friends or something. Like, what's the downside of you opening it now? Just that you might be sad you don't get what you want? I don't think the deck is... The booster box is going to get any more expensive to flip. Unless you hold on to it for several years. What's the point of that? Next turn we can play Zuko, I guess? Control of haste. That's scary. Opponent's just going to play their first shrine now. And they get Rain Shrine. And I get us for 5. Beat downs. Surveil again. That's pretty good to have. So far, Zuko is looking very unimpressive, but I might swap him out. Next turn, we just get to go off. I'm going to big score copy it with expansion and draw 8. Five mana to do that? So I can't cast Artist first? Hopefully they don't wrath my board and I get to have fun. They're probably going to start blinking. Yep. Blinking their guy. Back he comes. Okay, full control. I want Fire Lord to go off first. And with this on the stack, I want a big score. Pitching the land. Okay. And then I'm going to expansion explosion. Copying big score. Getting more lands. Let's copy big score again. Draw 8. Our waterlogged teaching, I think, is just lethal here. Valley Flood Caller. Make us cast sorceries. Do I care? No, Zuko, give me some mana. Now we're gonna go get waterlogged. And we will find our bulk up. The first one. And our second one will be Evoke. And we'll bulk up target Firelord. From here, first we're going to target bulk up on Azula, and our second one's going to be Fist of Flames. +9, +9. Bulk up to 52, up to 62, up to 126. And we could just big score again, discarding a land. And target expansion, explosion, draw 8 more cards. Get some triggers. Copy. Draw 8 cards. There's Mind Desire. I've yet to cast Mind Desire. I kind of want to. But opponent's just kind of dead. So now if we wanted, we could flash in Valley Floodcaller. Make a copy of Valley Floodcaller. And cast Mind's Desire, keeping 3 mana up. And our opponent, you're just dead 2 ways to Sunday. This deck works. What do you mean it's bullshit? It's Storm. I mean, he was dead on board. I didn't have to cast Mind's Desire. I was just kind of flexing because I wanted to see what cards I would get. But opponent was just straight dead. The moment I got Trample and Double, it was over. One goes first. We have Snuff Out. We have Ramp. Sure. Utopia is Brawl. Uh-oh. I wanted you to play a Mana Dork first. I do want another land. I'm going pretty slow. I'm going really slow. Wow, okay. We're going to play our Talisman, and we'll play our Thoughtseize. Taking 3, what's in your hand? Ooh. Azula does nothing. I couldn't take Explorer. Explorer is their scariest card right here. This is worth killing right now in the long run. And then their hand's pretty weak. Their commander. And hope my commander lives? Question mark. Fortunately, our hand doesn't really do anything, so... Just gonna one ring. Activate it with one ring. That hand's utter trash. I'd like to find some draw spells, please. Yep. There's their voice. In your upkeep, there are 4 more lands in your graveyard. You both own. Control the other. Nice. Land name Argaroth. Meld them together. Oh, what's with all these lands? Gross. Doing absolutely nothing right now, so... I could have gotten 1 more damage with Mentor. I did that in the wrong order. Okay. Toxin. For the Dryad, that can be scary. We could die this turn. They draw 2 lands here, we could die. Especially the ones that 2 of them are fetch lands. Yeah. Okay, that's not a fetch. That's not a fetch. Oracle. A Harlow on top. Okay, so we pretty much need to win right now. Bulk up. It's okay. Oh. What color kind of does it? Three. So I can only do this for 1? I can do this for 2. Five times up to X targets. Getcha. That was enough. Wow. I was not counting. Pew pew. This deck is sweet. I think that's it for me today. I'll be back tomorrow a little bit later in the day. We have more brews to do. But I think I'm okay with that today. There's stuff I need to do. But we have Control Azula to play. There's Toph. There's Washington. There's Katara and Brawl. I have Simic Aggro. We have Iroh Snapcaster and Brawl. We got Flyers in Standard. Grixis Lessons. We got Shrines. We got Allies. More Azula Control, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Azula Control. And then there's a couple other decks I want to play with, but yeah, I will see you guys.